Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and welcome back to Deep Web Browsing episode number 79. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it is Christmas today. Well, probably when I upload this video, so I hope everyone is having the happiest of holidays. I'm recording this a little bit before the holidays hit, as always. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have a festive Santa theme, but today I'm deciding to switch things up completely. Instead of really going after Tor, like we basically have done for the past all of the episodes, really, I'm deciding to completely kill off Tor for this episode and decide to go into the Freenet thing. If you don't remember Freenet, last week we touched upon Freenet and we saw a few websites on there, and it hasn't really been our first foray onto Freenet either, but today it's going to be entirely the Freenet episode, and I'm going to do a little bit of Tor mixing in here and there, just to mix things up more and more. It's better than trying to find the same kind of websites or, basically seeing different variations of the same thing. Now we're on a different network, and now we hopefully should get sort of different websites, a little bit more edgier content, maybe more funnier content, and hell, maybe festive content. But I'm going to keep this intro short and sweet as always. Let's get right into our very first website. So this is our very first website, DMUorg. Obviously, it's taken us to the clear web this time, a little nice mirror. We're all mad here. We sail the oceans of experience in pursuit of the exotic, the sui generis, the seductive and bizarre. We worship high weirdness. How we're going to go into the holidays? I think we've kind of reached the first level of its man, if this ends up being a fucking cult religious episode, I hope it kind of is, to be honest. It would fit. Well, not the whole cult, that's kind of fucked up to say, but, a little bit more holier today, I guess, I don't know. And delve the recondite corners of existence with anarchic, man, I cannot read, it's late, anarchic glee. Business as usual bores us, small talk burns, art devoid of mess and mayhem is like viral prophylaxis. A face so perfect that it becomes grotesque. We prefer the company of hurricanes to Carney Barker salesmen of Stepford lifestyles and reciters of cultural scripts. We enjoy a good mindfuck. It is right to call us occultists, pirates in search of achromatic gold. In the fitting words of a colleague called Argel, we are not one of you. Down the rabbit hole. We love rabbit holes here, don't we? We always like to go down the spooky little parts of the world. For several years, we have existed on the periphery of the modern occult. Our primary activity has been to assault the consensual What? Consensual? What the fuck? Insubstantia, the all-too predominant paradigm that found itself on the antithesis of creativity, imagination, passion, individualism, and magic itself. Man, we got some magic here. Ooh. We cast spells, scribe sigils, open doorways, summon spirits, generate hauntings, design deities, perform rituals on skyscrapers while dropping acid. Well, you know what? At least they're honest with the whole acid stuff. Evoke archetypes around bonfires, imbue our intents within media of all sorts of anything else we might find useful in making the world a more wild, mysterious, and liberating place to be. This isn't your usual bowl of cornflakes. Man, it's the first time I heard that saying. You know what? I'll be serious here. These people seem like a very rowdy, edgy, and all-around fun bunch to probably be around. I don't know, they're evoking archetypes by bonfires, and dropping acid by fucking skyscrapers, and designing deities, and generating haunting. I don't know if you want to generate hauntings, though. That shit's kind of fucked up. People get spooked. We began operations in 04 with the inception of the linking sigil, Ellis, a simple sigil designed to link various operations together for mutual gain and benefit. With each and every use, every tag, this empowered what we call the network, a form of magical internet. What the fuck is this, dude? Magical internet, okay. From there on, we expanded, the LS continuing to serve as the foremost doorway and practical tool used among us. This humble yet effective eye-catching sigil has become a widespread insider secret for a growing portion of the chaos magic underground. Y'all got a chow garden? Spawning many similar attempts in its wake. Perhaps you've already seen it scrawled on walls, city streets, or darkened corners. No, I have not. Perhaps it beckoned you in the subtle calling of Ask Me How. Perhaps this will be your first exposure. We are still the Marauder Underground. We are still the Domus Chaotica. Okay. We are the current called 156-663, Chaos and Assault, Chaos and Connection, the Cult of Ellis combined with mystery. And we want fireballs. We want the crazy, the weird, and the extreme by any means necessary. Bring us your outcasts, your misfits, and your... Oh my god, I cannot read. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have officially reached Probably the part. You know what? Shit went from 0 to a fucking 100. That's what just happened. All right, shit went from 0 to a fucking 100. Ladies and gentlemen, they are apparently all mad there, and I cannot disagree. But they have a forum section which we're gonna check. They even have a chat. They got texts. They even got a Facebook page. I'm not gonna touch Facebook. I've vowed no Facebook rule for a while. Facebook's a little bit cancerous on my end, and it seems like a pretty active board. December 20th, 2016. That is interesting. Let's see this. Let's see. General occultism, chaos, magic, and beyond. The assault on reality? Yo, we're going to check assault on reality. That's for damn sure. And maybe I want to see some general occultism. That's pretty cool. Let's see the assault on reality. What is this? Ailey or Alia? The virtual Wanioroi astral walkers. Okay, interesting. Technomancy, a digital representation of the Ellis web. Is that off Tor grid? All right. Do you think those waves of people they call social justice warriors are part of the effect of Ellis influence or another entropic being like, man, they gotta be RPing here, like Discordian eras? We have never seen a war against, challenge on order, unnecessary or old social norms or traditions and shit. This time not needing anybody to lead it. The chaos entropy is just delicious. Very aggressive attack on social norms and any social hierarchy. I think they're just entitled for... God damn it, dude. These people are savages. I swear to God. But apparently, you know, it seems like, I don't know if there's like, you know what, honestly, it's probably believed here too. This is a very small community, people who are part of the Ellis web. You know what? We have not seen like a cult-esque thing in a long fucking time. You know, honestly, it almost feels like I'm in that Heaven Gate shit. You know what I mean? Well, they even have Hockey Night shit too. Rending the veil. Reality is attacking back. What? Now? Are we in the Matrix, dude? Fucking Morpheus behind this? Who's the Pumpkin King? I heard sometimes tricks are treats. It's you, silly. It's always been you. Oh my God. What in the fuck am I reading right now, dude? This has got to be different. I mean, you know what? Like, here's the thing. Sometimes you find, like, places, like, here's the thing, man. There's so many different, like, things out on the internet. I'm not, by the way, by no means am I ever going to dog these people for whatever they fucking believe in. God bless them, okay? As long as they're not hurting anyone and they're believing in the Ellis web, good for them. But, man, there's got to be, you know, sometimes I wish when I come across sites like this, I could ease in a little easier, you know? It's kind of almost reading the Heaven's Gate shit for a second, except I don't think any of these people have ever even thought about committing suicide and shit. This is by Dr. Hellfire, Refining and Defining the Assault. My personal approach is understanding the assault on reality. Like, you know, honestly, I'm reading stuff about assaulting fucking reality right now. Okay, that's what my life has become at this point. What is your great work? Spirits and cyber magic? Let's go cyber magic. Let's look at meat curses. I think we're entering the darker side of the fucking Marauder Underground. What is cyber magic? Anyone mentioned that DKM? I must have missed out on this, probably because I wasn't interested at the time. But I am now interested in what examples there are of DKMU doing cyber magic. Earlier this year, I wanted to become a technomancer. I'm doing steps towards this by reading books by a hacker and programming a Lego robot. Yeah, that takes some skill. Good for you. Technomagic, cyber magic, technomancy. I am not sure if there's a difference. I have read very little on these things and would welcome links to relevant information as well. So, you know, you can kind of sit here and probably learn how to become a technomancer. Here, they have levels of technomancy. Okay, I did not know this. Level 1, causing an effect through the use of technology. Any effect. This makes any use of technology technomancy and is the broadest definition. Okay, so I get maybe just using your phone to, like, you know, fucking do some weird dumb shit is a level 1 technomancy. 2, using occult ideas made by others in the past in combination with technology. So performing hexes on people with your phone. That's level 2. Level 3, using original occult ideas from one's own experience with magic in combination with technology. I think that's creating your own occult shit. You know, instead of copying off of others, you're like, man, I'm going to create my own ritual and I'm going to combine that with technology. So maybe that's like, you know, really fucked up, like, what is it? Those Nigerian, like, junk mails you get, you know, where the prince is coming out to you with, like, give me $100,000 and I'll give you $25 million. I think maybe it's like that, you know, fucking, they shift that around so it's more cultish, it's more darker or cultish, you know, and combine it with techno. Maybe that's level 3 technomancy. See, the term is a little broad, but I mean, if that's your definition of technomancy, dude, then, I mean, it's a viable thing to get into. But, like, it's kind of interesting coming across this board. Like, There are times where I come across sites like this and it's like, it's impossible because you really don't have a frame of reference to ease into. So it's like, what the fuck? Now here's it. I like meat. This is the meat curses. This is read 419 times. So this site's pretty fucking active. I like meat. I eat a lot of meat to meet the requirements of my fitness. Not obsessively, but I make sure to get at least some tilapia and chicken in for the day. I like organ meats, that is heart, liver, etc. I like to think of my enemies, after all these years of earning proficiency in sadistic magic, as meat. It's pretty fucking edgy, dude. I think of my enemies when eating meat. What? I think of them when I grind the knife through meat that's only partially dethawed. I think of them when I cook it. I'm convinced there is something to this Wendigo myth. What the fuck? I've been employing very simple on-hand curses. Since these pork sausages don't taste right to me, I decided to use them experimentally in black magic instead. So far, I've seen one result overnight. The suicide of the best friend of a guy I know? What the fuck? Having seen this, I wonder what more is behind Ed Gein's meat curtains, and what sort of primalistic power is contained in the act of cutting a person's name into a serving of meat and then burying it. Generally, I do this with a simple command: abad and bring about your wrath upon those I hate. Have any of you employed similar methods? Frater Theobald is like, man, I want to try this shit. Wow, we went from fucking harmless technomancy to meat curses? Is anybody in here actually? Hypersigil IRC. And while it's loading up, the texts don't load up, but apparently there's some people over here. So you know, I can talk in right here. I'm Mib 5F. Actually, no, everyone's idling, but Bithbio is in here. Nobody's mentioning anything. Praise Sithrak, for he hates us all equally. We're gonna go to a different site, ladies and gentlemen. So what is this? The Great Synthesis Forward. It has come to the attention via a website of Eugene M. McCarthy that there's specifically the article Human Origins. Ooh, we're going to learn about the origins of us. Yes. All right, let's begin. Actually, you know, honestly, this is the kind of shite. The Great Synthesis Forward. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to learn about the original human being, where we came from, you know, from this site over here. Let's just dive right into it, you know. Honestly, I feel like that's going to be the theme for this whole episode. Some cultish, religious stuff, and great synthesis. And you know what? I couldn't actually be more happier. My first foray into Freenet is actually pretty fucking worth it. In light of this discovery, it seems like some religious texts regarding the creation of the man are actually literally true. At least to some extent. The texts considered here are the Book of Genesis from the Bible and Ramayana of Veda literature from India. Both contain a description about origins of the human being, and now it really looks like there is a well-conformed seed of truth in both those texts. Before reading further, readers strongly advised to read the McCarthy article, but to briefly summarize, the article postulates that because humans have some features that are missing from all primates, and human genome is in mixed order in relation to the rest of the primates, and humans suffer from considerable infertility. It looks like human race is a rather recent product of crossing of two other animals. Okay. So let's see, what are the two animals it says we are? The chimpanzee, strong candidate, but, okay, wait, what is this? The list is right, what is this? The second to consider is the list of features found in humans, but not in other primates. So here's things that we have, but other people don't. So we're naked skin, almost hairless, pretty straight up. Layer of subcutaneous fat, so we're thick naturally. Ability for sweating, you know. Dermal melanocytes absent. Lightly pigmented eyes common. Eyebrows, heavy eyelashes, fewer floating and more non-floating ribs. Okay, so pretty standardized. Actually, you know, it's disagreeable. List of his original article is longer, but in pursuit to identify the animal that has all these features, human. Well-explained answer is that it is Sus scrofa, the ordinary pig. So apparently, in order for these people, we're a chimpanzee pig hybrid that has got strong back crossing with chimpanzee ancestors. The offspring of the first hybrid have mated with chimpanzee in order of several generations, so that modern human now does not include 50% chimpanzee and 50% pig. What the fuck? What? Okay, alright. Well, apparently, according to the Great Synthesis Forward, we're apparently a fucking chimpanzee pig hybrid, but now we're actually more chimpanzee than pig, which, okay, I mean, you know, alright, Great Synthesis, let's go right into it. So they got a whole fucking explanation. They reference the Book of Genesis, they reference Indian lore, they reference a lot of different shit, like in Veda literature, synthesis. The great observation to be done is this: religious texts include deep knowledge, blah, blah, about actual events leading into humans emerging on Earth. They are not in conflict with so-called scientific interpretation of real events, but actually describe the very same story that McGregor has come up with. Okay, so, like, honestly, you know what kind of... Dude, this could make, like, a really fucking weird movie, to be honest. Like, I love movies and, like, literature where, like, they cover, like, the origins of human beings and shit like that. Especially when it's like, oh, there's a previous society and stuff like that, right? That was, like, wiped away. I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. I really fucking am. There's actually a lot of old Russian sci-fi that I really, really enjoy. Just because it really kind of touches upon that a little bit, or, like, the evolutionary phases and whatnot, or post-human stuff. But, like, I'm really excited about this kind of stuff, but here we're reading, you know, a theory of how we're chimpanzee pig or whatever, you know, that's pretty, I guarantee that's going to trigger some people, but, you know, we're here. So humans have fulfilled a prophecy, blah, blah, blah. So they have observations from the Bible and from Indian literature. And, I mean, I kind of have to read through it, but it's pretty lengthy, so I'm just going to look around real quick. Noah and the Flood, they mentioned that. A lot of Veda literature, blah, 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 blah. Veda. Vishnu has 10 avatars as which he appears in the world. First 2 avatars are animals, fish, and turtles. The third one is Vahara, which is the boar, often depicted in statues as half human, half boar. All right, interesting, you know, fucking... Obviously, there's a lot of, like, synapses being fired off, you know what I mean? But, you know, what do I really gotta say? We go onto the site real quick, and you know what we come across is we get the great synthesis. And I honestly, like, what it is like, it goes from an actual, like website, like, outside, right? So this is sort of the beauty of, like, relying on something like Freenet or whatnot, is that, like, maybe in, like, some countries, this shit gets banned, you know what I mean? Like, this stuff would get banned, even if like for example, if you're in, like, a very religious country, you know what I mean, where the core religion that is institutionalized by the country itself, right, that's there, hates everything else. Like, they don't want you to learn about anything else. This is what it comes down to, because whether it's real or whether it's not, right, it's a matter of personal debate. But the thing is, the reason you use internet services like Freenet or Tor is to actually spread this kind of information without the fear of getting caught, right? Which, you know, all fair game, and God bless, but you know, that's the great synthesis. Nothing more than just a very, I would say, a little bit of a shot in the dark kind of thing. But, you know, read more of it and you'll probably understand, or, you know, it's something different, right? You know, it's the great synthesis. But let's go to something that's a little more comprehensive. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to our Deep Web video of the week. It's about 43 seconds long, and it starts off with a lovely exterior shot of this very nice, rustic-looking home. And I gotta say, for a Deep Web fucking video, very, very decently high quality. But I think it's because it's 43 seconds long. Well, actually, it's considerably under the average. I usually keep it at about, like, a minute. Sometimes you get, like, videos that are, like, 4 to 5 fucking minutes. But let's hit play and just see where we're really at with this video. Okay, so let's start and see what it's all about. I feel like this is going to be some sort of ARC shit, just by what I'm looking at. It's not really an edgy art project so far. Okay. Interesting. We're looking into this lad's house, it seems. What? Oh, it seems like somebody's standing there. It's so weird. Altitude Coffee Shop. Wait, is that Altitude Coffee Shop? Yeah, Altitude Coffee Shop. Wow. Alright. What are we doing? We're looking inside the coffee shop that's clearly closed. That is very fucking freaky, I might add. I was like, what? It almost looks like something out of the movie Zodiac. Alright. I will say, the cinematography is very well done. Wait, what? Yeah, it's The dude's inside the coffee shop now? Alright, you know what? What? Wait. Let's go through that again. That clearly wasn't an edgy art project. Dude looks at a coffee shop, it seems. That's the coffee shop. Alright. Walks up to it. Okay, and by the way, I must say, for a video, this is very well cut together. Very good looking video, I have to say. Usually, I can tell the way things are shot. This is actually shot considerably well. Like, it takes, you know, a fairly decent amount of handheld camera work skills to kind of get this far. But we're looking inside a coffee shop. Now, honestly, like, Okay, let's go. We're looking into a coffee shop. Cool. All right, going through. Coffee shop has a nice little set of interior decorations. And then the dude tries opening it, and it's locked, right? And then out of nowhere, it just cuts to the dude inside the coffee shop on the second floor. So here's the thing. Did we just witness a fucking actual break-in to a fucking business? Now here's the thing. If this is real, if this is fake, we can find this out this way, okay? If it's real, right, you know, that means we are witnessing a fucking breaking and entering, you know what I mean? Like some dude actually broke into a fucking closed coffee shop somewhere, which I assume is probably in the United States. Hell, it could probably be like Europe or some shit, I don't know. And if it's fake, then this dude owns a coffee shop and apparently wanted to shoot a video where they were just like walking up, cutting, you know, having all the edgy editing, cuts in between, very well shot too, and then going into their own coffee shop and making it look like a fucking breaking and entering. Point is, maybe it's the way I'm thinking, but this looks like a classic breaking and entering scheme to me, dude, and it's actually kind of weird. You know what this reminds me of too? Is it's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of those, the deep web kind of like vlogs, I would like to say, you know what I mean? Like what I would like to dub, you know? There was one where like you had the dude running around inside a home, you know what I mean? A video back then where they're running into this apartment looking up at like the staircases. And then there was the other video where the dude was in the trailer park, right? He was like walking around where they were like, he was like shooting the children, and then they were looking at like, he was pointing to like parts on the trailer park map. Here you have a similar person, I think, just going around breaking into fucking businesses that are closed. I mean, actually it's downright creepy because it just ends right here. And that's sort of the problem with like deep web videos. I don't fucking know if this video is in its entirety or if it was like a chopped up video, chopped up and screwed and like sent around. Maybe the cuts are actually whole stretches of video that I'm not fucking seeing, right? So I don't really know the whole story behind it. But the thing is, bottom line, is whether this is a real or a fake event, it's still fucking weird. Because the thing is, it's like, at the core of it, this is late in the night, out of nowhere, the doors are locked, all right? And then the next cut is they're inside the coffee shop. And the only reason I'm saying that they're inside the coffee shop is just because, like, I've been to a lot of places like this, you know what I mean? Where, like, you go inside and, like, just to, like, if you look outside, right? Like, if you look into it, it looks straight up like a fucking standardized, like, home and everything, too. So it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Wait, can we see? No, we're not seeing any reflections. The point is, like, I've seen a lot of places like this, you know what I mean? Like, they do tend to have this homey type vibe, you know? There's a lot of places you can go into, like, the is that Jesus over there? Are we gonna have another fucking, like, dude, today is literally feeling like it is the most religious fucking episode by all far. Crazy shit. But, like, if you go to a lot of places away from the city, especially in the States, you can find a lot of, home type areas, I guess you could say, with smaller community stuff. It's very nice, humble places to go into, and they typically do have this like second area as well. It's a very homey vibe. You can even see, like, even though it's dark, there's like still furniture for you to sit and sip coffee up at the top. It's probably where they like play some music too. Like it's a very interesting looking place. But the point is, what you're witnessing is a fucking breaking and entering, it seems, dude. What happened? Did this dude just sleep in here the rest of the night and wake up trying to spook the owner? I don't know. Maybe something must have happened to the owner that morning. I have no fucking clue. But apparently, the only thing that I have to go off on is this is the Altitude Coffee Shop. So apparently, at some place in the Altitude Coffee Shop, it seems like somebody either broke and entered or made it look like a breaking and entering. Point is, it's a weird fucking video. But the thing is like with things like this, like these deep web vlogs or ARGs or whatever you want to call them, there's always some form of an answer to it, or like something beyond that we're just not really tapping into. But you know what? That's the whole beauty of these videos, is trying to uncover just what actually the shit's really going to be. So I'm going to back out of this whole analysis. I think I've seen everything. I think I've said my entire piece. It's a 43-second video. let's back out and let's see something else. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we found probably the coolest site that I've honestly discovered. This is a site that is a little holy place, and I don't think it's anything to do with any religious stuff going on. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right now is classic games that I don't think you can really find anywhere. It's a repository, rather, of all these lovely games that were released on the Commodore 64, the Apple II, even the Palm machines. For those of you who don't remember Palm, right? Palm, we used to make like these pocket PCs. Actually, no, it was Palm, the company Palm themselves, who made like these handheld devices. And I think the most comparative device you could find was like the Apple Newton, which is like this book. It was the OG iPad, I guess you could say, right? It wasn't really that great. I have a Newton, actually. I need to find it. I even have a Palm Pilot. But alongside this, they also had like pocket PCs, like, you know, Dell X51s and shit like that. But over here, they have a whole repository of games you can download. Not big games by any means. They're very small. I mean, they're Commodore games or Apple II games, for fuck's sake. They're not going to take that much shit. But these can also run on the Palm OS, which if you have a Palm device, you know, for anybody who's an old fart like me, you can get some fucking you can get some of these games on your Palm. So let's see some of these games. A Mind Forever Voyaging. In the story, you will be Prism, the first sentient machine. That is so messed up. Oh my god. If you don't know, Prism was actually the program by the US to be the surveillance watchdog of people who are like basically US network traffic. I think even the world, because they had a full mirror. That's so weird. I think it's way before that, too. Awakened in the world of a brink of chaos. Things are bad and it appears they can only get worse. So when Senator Richard Ryder announces the plan for renewed national purpose, everyone is too willing to embrace it. Now, they even have, they have box art. They have, what is it, Invisiclue or some shit? What is an Invisiclue? What? Yeah, here, this is loading stuff up. But they've got maps, they got walkthrough, they got full downloads. You can even download DOS versions of the game, so you can just play them on your computer, really. They have Arthur, the quest for Excalibur. They have Ballyhoo. You went to watch a circus, but after the show, you overheard a conversation about the owner's daughter being kidnapped. As you are made of heroic stock, you decide to stay with the circus until you find out who did it. I don't know if I would stay around, dude. Those fucking carnies can get crazy. Beyond Zork, the Coconut of Quender. Border Zone. Border Zone consists of 3 separate chapters, which have to do with the assassination attempt of an American ambassador in Europe during the height of the wow, that's really fun. Wow, this site's ungodly relevant without even trying to. Assassination of an ambassador. That's... God damn, we were already on the fucking brink of World War III. You gotta bring these games into account? What? Bureaucracy. A change in the weather. What is fucking the government controlling the weather? Cutthroats. Deadline. Man, there are a lot of games. Enchanter. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah, that's pretty. Hollywood Hijinks. Your rich, eccentric, childless aunt died, and she left you her house. If you manage to spend a night in it and find the 10 treasures she hid, some of your relatives... Wait, if you succeed, some of your relatives won't be very happy. Infidel. What? Okay, something about treasure hunting. Journey. Journey is actually a really good fucking game on PS4. Give it a shot. Magic Toy Shop, Mind Electric. The One That Got Away. I swear, dude, it almost feels like I'm going to go into a creepypasta when I come across these. Then you got all the way down to Suspended. Ooh. Some of these are really cool cyberpunk things. I might actually have to download some of this shit, dude. They got Zork, the classic Zork, dude. Zork. Zork Quest, Zork the Undiscovered Underground. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. This is a history exhibit of games that I think if you honestly had the time, these were released in 1988 and shit. These are old. These are before fucking my time, dude. Well before my time, actually. In fact, is there anything that is 1994? Let me see. 1994. No, actually no. All of these games were before I was born. I wasn't even a fucking fetus when this shit was being conceived, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, maybe. Some of them did say 1993. But ladies and gents, I think we found our fucking game website. I mean, the Minecraft thing was Minecraft, but ladies and gentlemen, we found video games again, and some old fucking video games too. Some of them I think you should actually try, and they got a full repository of all the spooky shit about it too. But, I think we're going to back out. I think we're going to go to something a little different. We got some games going on here, which is, a fair, nice, full circle, I guess. I always love it when we find games on the deep web. It's fucking, yes! Because we actually get some fucking video games to look at. Pretty dank. I gotta say, this is probably the most chillest, interesting, surreal episode that I've done so far. But, next website. What is this? Harness the power of video gaming to change your life? Man, we just got on a video gaming path. I think I've kind of shown this before. I don't know. I really don't know. God, it's sometimes like coming across these websites is so weird. But we got the Earth game, which is a prosperity path. I just want to thank you for helping me overcome my stage fright. I hope others will use the orbs in the same way. I've had great success by using courage, fear, and shyness with a dash of goddess. Okay, well, these are just reviews. Let's see, what is prosperity path? What can it do for you, and why should you want it now? Prosperity Path is a collection of video game orbs, well, levels, I don't know, why the fuck would you call them orbs, designed to coach you through a mindful training process that will cleanse your karma and attend to a multitude of life's problems. You're telling me I can solve all my life's problems with some video games? Sign me up? Why wait? Why not change your life today? It's easy, it's fun, and it's fast. Run the prosperity path. Get off the down track. Be a winner. You know what? It's so positive. I love the vibes these websites give off. In addition to amazing life wins, you can learn to operate from outside your body, right through to another dimension. Oh, here we go again. Ascend. Remember, no matter where you go, there you are. That's some deep shit. It's okay to want this. Free yourself to live your real life. Yeah, don't live your fucking fake bullshit fairy tale real life. Live the real life this provides. Okay. Imagine what it would be like if you were free from relationship issues, family problems, monetary concerns, and the like. You know, okay. It's time to get a handle on all of that. Have the freedom to do what you need to do. Be who you need to be. Running the prosperity path levels can clear your karma, develop mindfulness, reset your habits. Video game for evolution? What? Resolve life's problems, manifest your innermost desires. These karma cleansing games are a very simple way to be happier. Here's your invitation to take the first step. You can use a little form on the right of the page. You may want to read what a few folks who are on the prosperity path are saying about their experience. I'm sure the prosperity path knows their shit. By the way, they're in Nevada City, California. All right, a lot of the stuff is either in like the West Coast, you know. But okay, they even give us a free screensaver. That, you know, honestly, a free screensaver, free wallpaper, free video was a hot commodity back in the days. This website seems fucking old too. Let's go to tech help, FAQ, and fucking installation help. I can't wait to see that shit. But they got Windows, yes, and will it run on a Mac? Wait, what do they think about Macs? Do they hate the Mac? What is this? Oh, first let's establish the simple fact. Prosperity games require a Windows operating system. We do not have at this time an Xcode and other native Mac version. Okay, so they're telling you how to basically use this. Boot camp, use Parallels, dedicated auxiliary computer, purchase an inexpensive Windows PC for gaming purchases. All right, install onto USB. I mean, I think if you're buying a fucking Mac, and by the way, it mentions, I think if you're buying a fucking Mac, dude, I don't think you care about the fucking cost of a computer. I'm just saying, Macs are fucking expensive, alright? Come on now. Install onto USB and use games on friends' PCs or cyber cafes. Oh my god, this site's all cyber. Well, actually, cyber cafes aren't really that old. Every time I travel out to like the Middle East and shit, or South Asia, I always like to like pay a little bit and cyber cafe it up with some CS 1.6. So, you know, maybe it's all about that. I don't know. Actually, it's not really old. iPhone, iPad, Android, and tablet versions. Okay, so it's a pretty relatively recent site, I guess. You want to make Prosperity Path available to our Mac friends. Okay. They have a small programming team. All right. So apparently they got this shit. You know what I mean? All right. They got it. But let's we gotta find some other shit. All right. Let's go to the installation. They'll teach you how to install. I'm not a fucking idiot. I can do it. Trust me. Will the game orbs run on... Why do they call them orbs? They're fucking levels. Just call it a fucking level, dude. God damn it. How to run a prosperity path level. Alright, let me see how to... What? Okay, did not fucking know that this was going to be a 3D fucking game. You know what we're going to do? This is actually a fucking game. Okay. Alright, download and install the level. It's fast, easy, and it actually does itself. All you do is click OK. Invoke the level you selected to run. Let's say True Love Forever, not actually a random selection. I happen to have dozens of actual in-level screenshots of that, so it's... Am I discovering a fucking ARG or a creepypasta? So you won't panic when you find yourself actually out of body. At that rate, the theory, the practice is up to you. So where are we? You were having yourself exteriorized by Mary over at the front counter of the shop, weren't you? What am I? What? Okay. All right. What? Did this dude write a walkthrough? Active blessings? Can I download this? Where do I download this real quick? Getting started, free from fees. Perhaps you heard of the game Freemium. These are games that are available free to download. However, anyone that decides to make a little income on the games, even for only a few pennies, why? Because there are administrative costs. Alright. So you have to pay for this? How do I get it? Can I download this somewhere? Orb selection. Let me see this. Cleansing orbs. Power orbs. Oracle orbs. Meditation orbs. Instafix orbs. What? Allow contact? Seance or? Okay. What? Houdini? $5.99 for a digital seance? What? I'm really fucking confused right now. Wait. I have to pay for this? No. Come on. What? I'm really genuinely confused, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently the Prosperity Path has released a bunch of games. A full bundle. How much is a full bundle? $100. $100 for this. I don't fucking know. No, dude. Surrender? I'm actually genuinely confused. I'm sorry. My brain is shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, these are actual games that you can buy. Copyright 2014, by the way. For $6 you can get Surrender Power Orb. There are no in-game fees or charges. You buy this game, and maybe it teaches you how to surrender. Or surrender to what? We have discovered something really fucking weird, I think. Resist all? Approval? Caregiver? That is actually fucking scary. Wait, what is resist all? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay. You know what? I don't know what to fucking say. I don't know what to say. Ladies and gentlemen, these are games you have to individually pay for. I think it's probably better for you to get like a whole $100 bundle and shit. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Prosperity Path. Now, apparently it seems legit. I have to pay $6, which I might actually do it. You know what? Actually, let me fucking know. Does anybody want to see a Prosperity Path game? Because you know what? I'll download 1 or 2 of these games. I'll buy them. Because honestly, now I'm intrigued. This is the weirdest discovery so far. I'm totally shut down. We are coming across Prosperity Path. And we're actually going to see what this is all about. And just see how far this rabbit hole actually fucking goes. What in the actual fuck did I just see, dude? Oh my god. Let's go to a different site. This, we will continue later. And we will actually play these games in due time. So here's a site called What I Really Think. This is what I think about all the new shit happening on planet Earth. Not my thoughts, but somebody else's thoughts. I think this week, honestly, like this Christmas, we got the most religious episode ever. Alongside a lot of old video games and a Path of Prosperity, which I swear one day I will take. But here is a statement of faith. No messing around. I believe in the Lord Jesus and who will forget all plays and trust him. Alright, so a warning. There have been questions asked about the latest artificial intelligence. I like artificial intelligence, let's go. And whether it will be good or bad. The Bible clearly answers the question, although you have to use your imagination a bit. Remember those words were written almost 2,000 years ago. Okay. I'm not a biblical scholar or anything like that, but I've read the entire Bible many times. I generally do not read other people's interpretations of the Bible and scriptures, blah, blah, blah. The translation into English is to blah, blah. So Revelation chapter 3, the dude mentions the dragon stood on the shores of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea. It had 10 horns and 7 heads, with 10 crowns on its horns, and on each had a blasphemous name. Here we see the dragon on the shore. The most prominent thing is the sea is sand. Sand is primarily silica or silicon dioxide. We know that computer chips are composed mainly of silicon, the beast coming out of the sea with 10 horns or 7 heads. The 10 horn represents the base 10 counting system we use today. Okay, 0 to 9. And the 7 represents the 7 fundamental mathematic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the unaries, and or not or negate. Interesting. All right, cool interpretation. Number 2, the beast I saw resembled a leopard, but had feet like those of a bear and a mouth like that of a lion. The dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and great authority. The dragon, being the collective government organizations on the planet, is giving power to the computers to do the work of the government. You know, that can kind of make sense, you know, offloading stuff to a computer to really process through. Okay. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonders and followed the beast. The fatal could be a slash across the wounded head, much like a slash to the number 0. Mine has a dot like a puncture wound. The whole world is amazed at the usefulness of number systems. Money and statistics like politics use them every day. Okay, 4. People worship the dragon because he had been given authority of the beast, and they also worship the beast and asked, who is like the beast, who can wage war against it? People are beholden to their government systems because of the numbering systems and the use of computers to keep track of the numbers. Who can wage war against numbering systems and computers? So now we're on wars with straight up fucking number systems now. Holy crap. You know, wow. All right, let's keep on going. This is the one thing to not throw me away, let me tell you. The beast was given a mouth to utter proud words and blasphemies and to exercise its authority for 42 months. It is common knowledge today that computers can speak almost as fluently as humans, and in some cases better. As soon as these computers will be able to speak on their own due to the development of artificial intelligence. Now we're kind of stretching, but okay. It opened its mouth to blaspheme God, and to slander his name and his dwelling place and those who live in heaven. This is likely a scenario, and I have no documentable evidence for yet, but I'm sure this will happen if it's not already happening now. It was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them, and it was given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. Soon we can see that as more and more remote weapons of war are being deployed and developed. Now you're losing me, buddy. And more of them cannot be used without the supervision of a computer. These could soon fall out of human control. So now we're throwing Skynet into the ring. And you know what? It's almost like, if y'all remember the whole Y2K disaster, that was like when computers would like stop reading time right. I think it was like all the nuclear weapons were going to go the fuck off and blow everywhere, you know, because computers are fucking stupid. But, you know, the Y2K happened and nothing really occurred except for very minor acute things. Number 7, it was given power to blah, blah, blah. All inhabitants of the earth will worship the beast, all whose names have not been written in the Lamb's book of life, the Lamb who is slain from the creation of the world. There are computers already in existence that can easily track every movement of all humans on the planet right now, so we got a little bit of eagle eye. Whoever has ears, let them hear. The verse needs no interpretation. Okay, if anyone is to go... Oh, I got the smiley face. If anyone is to go into captivity they will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword they will be killed. All right. This is a call from verse 9, a warning for the faithful who refuse to worship the computers. Okay. Verse 11. Then I saw a second beast coming out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, and it spoke like a dragon. There's another reference to the binary numbering system. Speaking in binary would sound like a dragon, off or on sound. Very rough, with no smooth transition between sound. It is a lamb because everyone now thinks that computers are harmless and gentle for them. Now, okay, we're really pushing the interpretations, buddy. It exercised all the authority of the first beast of its behalf, and made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast, whose fatal wounds had been healed. Computers work with binary numbering, converted to the base 10 numbering that we use in our everyday lives. The fatal wound that was healed is the number 0 that is healed, okay, since it is used all the time in binary notation. It is performed with great signs, even causing fire to come down from the heavens to the earth in full view of the people. Okay, so outer space exploration, where would be without computers, like outer space? They're an integral part of spacecraft. This passage could refer to the re-entry of spacecraft into our atmosphere. Again, it's kind of stretching it at this point. Because of the signs, it was given power to perform on behalf of the first beast, blah, blah, blah. The image is not a physical statue, and if we go through more and more and more. It somehow, to be honest, wait, what is this, 666? This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has insight calculate the beast's number, for it is man's number, and his number is 666. And now here's a final piece of the puzzle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're going to have. So if a series of 6s is applied to the English alphabet, A equals 6, B equals 12, C equals 18, etc., okay, and apply it to the word computer, add up the result, 666. Oh, get some Illuminardies. So C, 0, 3 times 6, 18, blah, 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 9, Total 666. Isn't that interesting? What? Okay. You know, we're really pushing this. So we're taking the letter, multiplying it by 6. I mean, yeah, it's a weird fucking coincidence, but really? Like, what? You know, it started off kind of like on a normal, healthy kind of note, and then it just devolved into this. Like, it totally fucking lost me, ladies and gentlemen. All this is in preparation for the end of the days. As a human race, we are destroying our planet, but it's alright. We're allowed to do that. Okay. I will destroy everything from the face of the earth. I will destroy people and animals. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have covered... Okay, so this is what this person believes. And by all means, believe all you want, lad. You know, good for you. This is what they really think. Now, some of these are actually pretty interesting to read. Like, I mean, it's kind of scary how, like, well interpreted some of these are. But then you go, like, down to this section, and it's like, we need to chill. But I will say... The 666 calculation, as far as all the Illuminati mathematical shit we've ever done, or ever really read, is probably the best one I gotta see. Even though I'm sure it's purely fucking coincidental. But let's back out of what this person really thinks and go to something else. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of the Deep Web Browsing, episode number 79. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say that was the most religious cult video game episode I've probably ever done. And for something on Christmas Day, I don't know whether it's fitting or if it's not fitting, but what I do hope is you enjoyed it. And we've seen a lot of interesting things, a set of games, which I'm most likely going to get into if you want me to. And we had an interesting episode. And I gotta say, sometimes, you know, you don't really see the whole funny stuff. You don't really see the edgy, spooky conspiracy theory stuff. Sometimes it's best to just get into the really weird stuff, like the really mind-fucking... Today was like the day where I feel like my mind truly like shut off doing some of this shit too. But I'm going to end the whole video over here. I think I've said everything I needed, so I'm not going to take up more of your time. It's Christmas, so I hope you have an amazing, amazing holiday today for those who are celebrating. And if you're not celebrating, I just hope you have an amazing day in general. This is me, Mudahar. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. This has been Deep Web Browsing, episode number 79. Next week, it's number 80. So... Today we had a consistent theme, but this is me, Mudahar, and I am out.